Hello, welcome to BadorRad. I'm Brett. Today I'm going to play Dragon Fighter by Sawfell. It's a really expensive game. It's like 150 bucks. It's very expensive. If you find one, pick it up, sell it online, make you some money. This game is awesome. It's kind of like a Castlevania Ninja Gaiden, that kind of hack game that no one ever played because it came out at a certain time when no one ever bought it because it's just kind of, it looks kind of sweet. Honestly. This picture's going to come up and you'll be like, oh, that guy's head's kind of lopsided. That's why I didn't buy it. But there's dragons. It's rad. Here we are with Sawfell's Dragon Fighter. I'm still Brett with BadorRad. I just told you that. I'm gonna tell you again. 1991. Stage number 1. Let's get it started. So here we are. We are kind of the guy on the front. We got a sweet hat looking like a French guy. Got our legs showing, just like Simon Belmont. There's these crazy green yetis and these giant snowflakes that are scary. The green Goblin yetis will throw snowballs at you. But if you check out the top blue meter, that is the health bar. And the sweet green meter, greenish brown meter, every enemy you kill, you get a little notch. And those notches can turn you into your dragon form as long as it's blinking, which it is now, but I'm not going to do it right now. That little thing was a health salve, so grab those. That ring right there blows up everything on the screen. And what I just did was the Mega Man Blast. You can hold down your attack button and release to use whatever current power you have. Right now I am green, so I shoot that orb out when I do it. There is also a red one, which shoots some red fireballs, which come in handy on the water stage, which is later. And there is also a blue one that turns you blue and basically shoots out little orbs that chase after stuff. But as we go along, we're killing lots more of these green guys. This game does get kind of hectic on the stages, so you gotta really get used to the maneuvering. You got a very short attack. Unless you're using your power-ups, which most of the time you don't have enough time to power up to use them. And guys like to do that and stand in your way so you can't go anywhere. And here we go, moving forward. We're almost to the first boss, which is an actual Yeti. We needed some health, so we got that. But this game is released by Sawfell. The music is amazing in this game. Every stage is really cool, and the design is pretty awesome. But here's our first boss, which is an actual, just a white version of the other ones, but if you jump, press up and A on your controller, you can turn into your dragon form as long as you have your dragon meter. And currently with the green color of the dragon and myself, I shoot out this triple shot. And he should be done here in a second, and we'll get the first staff. Which gives us a little bit more health for the next stage. And we are moving on. Check out that rainbow straws in the background. Don't know what they stole that from, but it looks like one of the Wheel of Fortune games. But here's stage number 2, some sort of weird catacomb, cavern thing, and then there's these creepy larva hands and bugs. But you want to try to kill as much stuff at the beginning to power up your dragon meter. If you used it against the boss, which is the easiest way to kill the bosses, so probably used it. These giant millipede, centipede things, you just smack them to go down, they will not die. And these little guys spit stuff up so you can't jump over them, or if you were in dragon form, try to fly over them. It would shoot you. You can get hurt in dragon form, and it's the same amount of damage output in character form as dragon form. So this spider thing comes down, you can waste time killing it, or if you just continue to walk forward, it's about right there, it goes away. The game's been pretty generous so far at giving me health. It doesn't usually do that, so you gotta be very careful playing and not get hit. Those hands don't stop somewhere and just walk off the stage like in most games. They turn into that little ball thing and roll up to the next step you're on. which can get pretty obnoxious if you're not constantly moving forward and checking your back, because the stuff does follow you in this game, unlike other games where it just disappears or whatever, goes off the screen. But here's our first change of color, so we are red now. Don't really need to use the power yet, but these things just roll around in a circle, just avoid them. The backgrounds in this game, I mean, this stage looks awesome. Spend some time. Those ball things, you can't kill those either. Here's another spider. You can do the same thing as before. The blue seems to be one of the best dragons. The red one, when you're the dragon, you spit out this thing that goes across the ground and kills everything on the ground. The blue one spits out a thing that follows it, but the best one to use on this boss, which is another centipede, is the one I used the first time. Because his backside blocks his head, you gotta shoot him in the head, so. But you got 3 different directions. You usually hit him. Just follow him around the screen. If you don't have any dragon form when you get here, when he's coming down at you when you're in human form, you can actually, when you hit him, it'll move up a little bit, so you have a little angle room to not get hit as long as you're on time with your sword. But moving on to stage number 3, which is our water world. We got little Cthulhu effigy statues there. These fish are obnoxious. They spit at whatever angle you are from them. Those weird pepper-looking things, if they stop, I'm sure one will do it here eventually, but it starts shooting out like a weird sound wave. These gears, you have to hit a couple times to kill them. Each time you hit them, they bounce a little bit lower. And there's another gear at the end of the stage, which you'll see. It's the same thing, there's just not a roof above that one to attach to the ceiling. But if it does, then it spits pretty much the same thing that the fish do. But here's the red power-up. You throw out 3 red orbs, because right now this water is pushing you forward, so you want to stop. Hopefully get lucky with a ring. Those guys, if you jump anywhere in the line of fire that they're in, they open and shoot out those rings, so you want to avoid those. The mermen come straight at you, they can jump, and there's the pepper thing there. And they stab forward. If you're close to them, they'll hit you just like that almost every time. But my dragon meter's full now. Once you get used to the first couple stages, like, you don't really need to go into dragon form unless you're fighting the boss, but if it's the first time playing, you might want to use it a couple times just to avoid getting hit, but it does waste a lot of your meter when you go to fight the actual dragons, or not the dragons, the bosses. You see the pepper did its sound wave thing again. Stand down here and avoid those things. If you do get away from those, they don't chase you, but more of them keep coming. And if you stand anywhere on the screen too long, enemies continuously just come, so you want to keep going forward. This isn't like a Mega Man or Castlevania where you walk off the screen and it comes back. The stuff constantly comes out at you. But use your powers best you can if you have the opportunity. If you have some time to spend in here, there's a lot of stuff's always moving forward. Almost out of this water area. I think there's one more section here. Last section. So we got one more room. You'll see those bouncing things now attached to the ceiling. And I'll use the blue form. If you get them up on the ceiling, you can actually just run away from them. You stand there and kill them if you need more dragon meter. But you definitely want to be blue for this boss, because his power basically shoots out a fire wave that just goes towards your enemies. So what you want to do is stand underneath him. When he comes down, you're going to jump, turn into the dragon, blast him a bunch of times, press attack and down, or jump and down to turn back into your human form. But you want to conserve as much dragon power as possible, and do it again. So if you don't have enough, your bar does stop blinking, and don't get to keep being the dragon. These will come out, and then you can turn back into dragon form, and this should kill him if you hit him with all the shots. And we get another stab. And move on to the machine stage. Traveling Dave is texting me. He says hello. So here we are on the machine stage. In this one we're going to use the charge up power, because it's harder to get your dragon meter built up in here, because these things all take 3 shots. So if you hit him with the blue orb, it knocks him down enough to where you can hit him once. This next one, the green ones, when you hit them, it'll spit a wheel out that chases you. I killed one of them on accident. You have to have that death strike with your sword to get the thing. These guys, pretty self-explanatory. When they move away, drop down, smack them. I think they take 5 hits, 4 hits. Oh, 5 hits. Right here, continue to run forward, or this one will get you. You can stop here to get an extra thing, or just blast it like I did. This spot, jump over this one, walk forward, that one's going to come out. If you try to go forward first, it's going to hit you, which will freeze you for a second. You get hit by those, and then you get hit by all of these, which pretty much wipes out your health, and you need as much as you can, because the boss on this stage is kind of annoying. So we've got moving platforms now. Wait till they come all the way back up, or that white fire will wreck you. Here you can charge up to get rid of these guys if you don't want to sit there and mess with them. As you saw before, when you hit them, they move back and drop the wheel. A little easier to kill in the air, but still obnoxious to try to stop and take the chance of getting knocked down into the fire. Now one of the other ones is going to be right up here. So you want to charge up and try to avoid him. He's going to spit, and then he does a big jump like that. Doesn't always go in the same direction, but so now it's time to kind of stop, try to get your dragon power, because we're almost to the end of the stage. And that weird purse box Mega Man looking enemy just does that over and over again, but if you get it like that, you can kill it. Sometimes they drop dragon power-ups, which I haven't got one yet, where it fills up half your dragon meter, or they drop a health, like so. The dragon power, if I don't get one, is a little dragon head, and it fills up your dragon meter. There's only a couple stages left, so not sure if I'll see one of those or not. So we want the blue one. Again, this boss is easier to kill with the blue dragon. So we get in here. There's another one of these obnoxious guys. This one's got 2 guys in it. You can stand here and try to do this if you don't want to get hit, which is a good idea. You can fall in and smack them. Just make sure your timing's right, because if you get hit, then you get hit again. Or you can go crazy like I just did and kill him. Alright, and after this telephone bag thing, we should be at the boss. And on this one, he's going to shoot out 4 of these things first. You got to knock all 4 of them down before he'll come down to pick them up to repair them. So you want to be quick before the next ones come out. And you want to be on the left side with your dragon so you can hit it more times. So jump, dragon form, blast him a bunch of times, drop back down. Now you're going to wait for a second and he's going to do it again. There we go. Dragon form, do it again. And once more. If you don't have dragon mode, like hitting him with the sword is just kind of obnoxious. You'll be on this boss forever. Try to stick to this pattern and you'll get through it pretty easily. Dragon form, that should be it. And we are moving on to the horror skeleton level. This one you want to stop and farm a couple different times on these skeletons because there's some really obnoxious monsters in this stage. There's like skeleton heads that come out, you'll see them, but you want to try to stay powered up because you do want to try to use the dragon mode a couple times. Like if I'd have stood at the beginning longer, I could have got more things to fight him, but you can do this. Well, attack the skeleton. Oh yeah, if you get hit while you're powering up, your power up goes away too, which is annoying. And there it happened again. Doubly annoying. Those skull things, they just go to each side of the screen over and over again. But you want to try to kill all of this stuff. Got half a meter almost. The skeleton hands, well, that's what I was going to tell you, they come straight at you. If you get too close, if you stand back, then they shoot those little fireballs at you. Almost got a full meter. Soon there's going to be a couple skeleton heads come out at the same time. So this is the blue form of the dragon when I'm not fighting a boss. You want to avoid the red because it doesn't really help out on this stage at all. 2 more skeleton heads. And those things that shoot fire at just about every angle. Lucky health grab there. Alright. Try to get my dragon thing powered back up. A lot of skeleton farming. Music on this stage is awesome. It's awesome on all the stages, but this is my favorite song, so it doesn't feel so bad farming. You got good tunes to listen to. You want to charge up to stay away from these guys. I'm a little bit too far away, I think. I need to move up a little bit of the screen. if there's a skeleton on the screen, your fire thing, or your blue fireball will automatically go for the skeleton first, so wait till they're close enough to you to hit. Get some healing. We got another skeleton head, so dragging him out. My thing's spitting the wrong way because there's still a skeleton following me. Now there's too much on the screen because I floated too far. When you're in dragon mode, it automatically goes into shmup mode, so you're moving forward without you moving forward. So we'll enjoy the song some more, kill some more skeletons, do some dancing. Skeletons occasionally drop things, but not very often. And I have no idea what the item count is for killing monsters before something drops them. It seems pretty random as far as I've seen. Here's a spot where there's 2 of them. So, same thing you did earlier. Health is needed. I use the green version just because it's easier to shoot these things. Missed it. Should be one shot. And we got another skeleton head. Hooray! Juice myself back up because the boss on this one definitely went dragon mode because he's pretty big. This is really the longest stage unless you're dying a lot, just because you start back over at the beginning of the stage. But if you're not dying, playing straight through, this is a game where if you die, you go back to the beginning of your stage. That's gonna hit. Do dragon mode. Probably a good idea. There we go. There's a half health meter bar. I don't think we've seen one of those yet. Juice my dragon meter back up. I think there's some more of those fire shooting things right up here. Waste them, see if they'll give me any good drops. A little bit of health. Gotta move too forward. No more skeletons are coming, so get this boss fight on against the giant skeleton. You have to shoot him or hit him with your sword in the heart while avoiding his hands that move towards you. So you want to go into dragon mode and blast his heart in the center. The back hand comes first, and then the first hand. But if you stay right here with this dragon mode, you can generally wipe him out pretty fast. Here's our staff, and we're going to move on to the final stage, which is just a straight up shmup, which is a shoot 'em up. So in this one, it'll automatically turn you into the dragon, and now you can shoot this forward fireball. It's your only attack here. So this part, you just want to make sure you know the stage. Those guys you gotta shoot twice. If you don't kill them, they do like a weird spin flip and fly at you. Kill those 2 guys. This guy comes out and shoots a 4-way shot. So wipe one of them out, go down and wipe out the other one. And some more of these guys. That guy shoots a straight laser at you, so just avoid the laser. Now some weird caged guys come out and just float in the screen. They take 4 or 5 shots, so clear them out so your other stuff isn't getting protected when it's coming out after you. You can let stuff go off the screen as long as you're avoiding it. Even the laser guys, if they move forward enough, you can just fly behind them and they don't turn around. Bat things flew at me. This one just fly up real quick, take out the top one. Bottom one you don't really need to worry about, but take him out if you got time. This one you're going to have 2 laser guys. Finally got hit. Hit again. And we're coming up on the boss after these bat face things, so avoid all of them. When you come into the boss, you want to take out his hand first, which is kind of middle of the screen right here. Keep blasting that as he moves down. It shoots out like a sound wave. You gotta dodge the circles coming from the back. Once that's gone, you can hit him as soon as he moves his arm. Takes a decent amount of hits. Right there's the first mode. Now the next mode opens up and you just continue to shoot him in the face and dodge. He does two spray shots, one that goes that way and one that's a little bit off. Then once he gets too close, fly down underneath him and up over top, or down behind him to where he'll move back, and then back underneath him like this, and then get back up in his face and dodge again. And this should do it right here. And that is Dragon Fighter. I'm Brett with BadorRad. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the other videos. Check them out. Enjoy this ending. And have a good morning, afternoon, or night. We'll see ya.